Tonight, we're confronting a question that haunts everyone who looks at the stars. The math is simple, but the answer terrifies us. Out there, across an incomprehensibly vast cosmos, there should be civilizations. Billions of them, perhaps. Yet when we point our instruments toward the heavens and search with everything we have, we find only emptiness. No signals, no visitors, no evidence that anyone else exists. This contradiction, this overwhelming silence, is the most disturbing scientific puzzle humanity has ever encountered. By the time we finish tonight, you'll understand why this absence might mean something catastrophic about our future. If you find this kind of cosmic mystery fascinating, like the video and subscribe. Now let's begin. Consider the sheer numbers involved here. Our galactic neighborhood contains somewhere between 100 billion and 400 billion stars. Most of them orbit alone, but countless others gather in multiple star systems. Beyond our own galaxy, astronomers have catalogued approximately 2 trillion more galaxies. Do the multiplication, and you get numbers so enormous they lose all meaning. Roughly 200 billion trillion stars. That's a number followed by 23 zeros. And we've learned something crucial in recent decades. Planets are ubiquitous. Every star we examine carefully appears to host at least one orbiting world. Many have several. The revolution in exoplanet discovery changed everything. We now understand that Earth-like rocky worlds are far more common than exceptional. Planets residing in the habitable zone, that narrow region where water can remain liquid, are sprinkled throughout galaxies like dust. Conservative scientists estimate that the Milky Way alone harbors tens of billions of potentially habitable worlds. Multiply that across trillions of galaxies, and the number becomes incomprehensible. The universe has had 13.8 billion years for life to emerge in these places. It's had time for intelligence to develop. It's had time for technology to flourish. Yet the cosmic void around us remains absolutely silent. This paradox bewildered a brilliant physicist named Enrico Fermi back in 1950. During a casual discussion at Los Alamos, his colleagues were calculating probabilities. What were the odds of Earth-like planets? What were the odds life would develop? What were the odds that intelligence would follow? The numbers suggested that intelligent civilizations should be common throughout the galaxy. So Fermi asked the question that haunts us still. Where is everybody? The galaxy is unimaginably old. It formed roughly 13.6 billion years ago. Our solar system is less than half that age, only 4.6 billion years old. This means countless stars and planets existed long before our sun ignited. Some civilizations might be billions of years more advanced than us. If even a small percentage of those developed interstellar travel, they would have had more than enough time to colonize the entire galaxy. Even traveling slowly, even requiring millions of years per journey, expansion would be inevitable. A spacefaring civilization could populate every star system in just tens of millions of years. That's essentially nothing compared to the age of the galaxy. So why haven't they filled it? Why don't we see their cities? Why don't we detect their transmissions? We've been actively listening for decades. Radio telescopes scan the heavens continuously, monitoring countless frequencies, searching for any signal that bears the fingerprints of intelligence. We know what artificial signals look like. They're concentrated in narrow bands, rather than spread across wide frequencies. They show modulation, variation that carries information. They repeat with regular patterns. Nothing in nature produces signals like that. Everything we observe in the cosmos comes from physical processes, pulsars, quasars, supernovae. All of them broadcast across broad spectrums in consistent, predictable ways. An artificial message would stand out brilliantly. Yet after 60 years of searching, we've detected nothing. Nothing repeating, nothing artificial, nothing that couldn't be explained by natural phenomena. We sent our own messages into the darkness. The Arecibo telescope beamed a signal toward a star cluster in 1974. The message contained binary code that depicted the radio telescope itself, human figures, our solar system, DNA, and numbers 1 through 10. The transmission will take 25,000 years to arrive. Any response would take another 25,000 years to return. Civilizations might not even exist that long. Our Pioneer spacecraft carry golden plaques showing human figures and Earth's location, marked by pulsars. Our Voyager probes contain golden records with music, greetings, and images of Earth. These spacecraft are now leaving the solar system, carrying our coordinates into interstellar space. They will outlast our species, these metal messengers drifting forever through the cosmos. But here's what troubles many scientists. If a darker hypothesis holds true, these messages might be catastrophically dangerous. They might be broadcast beacons, announcing our existence to beings we can't comprehend. Imagine the universe as an endless forest at night. You can't see beyond a few feet. You sense something moving in the darkness. Do you call out, revealing exactly where you are? Or do you hide silently, listening, watching? This is the foundation of the dark forest hypothesis. The universe might be filled with civilizations, all following the same brutal logic. Revelation equals vulnerability. Death awaits those who broadcast their presence. Safety comes only through absolute silence. Perhaps the answer lies in a filter of some kind. Between non-living matter and galaxy-spanning civilizations, something acts as a barrier, a step so unlikely that it removes almost everyone from progressing further. Either the filter lies behind us, we already passed through it and survived, or it lies ahead. If it's behind us, we have reason for optimism. Maybe the origin of life is nearly impossible. Maybe the jump to complex organisms is vanishingly rare. Maybe we're alone, or nearly alone, and we've already overcome the hardest challenge. Our future stretches boundlessly before us. But if the filter lies ahead, awaiting discovery, the silence becomes a warning. It means every civilization reaches a point of danger, a threshold where technology exceeds wisdom, where artificial intelligence, biological weapons, thermonuclear arsenals, or some catastrophe we haven't imagined emerges. Most civilizations fail to cross this threshold. They destroy themselves. The galaxy fills with ruins of extinct species, each one silenced before reaching the stars. We might be approaching our own filter right now, developing capabilities we don't possess the wisdom to manage. Some researchers propose that civilizations simply don't expand because expansion becomes pointless. Maybe advancing past a certain level means accessing technology that eliminates the need for physical expansion. Perfect virtual worlds could replace the messy complexity of real space. Digital existence could grant immortality. Uploading consciousness to artificial substrates could free people from biological limitations. Why sail between stars when you can create infinite universes inside computers powered by your home system's sun? The universe might be crowded with civilizations, but they've turned inward. They inhabit computational realms too sophisticated for us to detect. Their megastructures exist as pure mathematics and light. They're everywhere and nowhere, present and invisible, transmitting nothing because they need nothing from physical reality anymore. We stand at a crossroads as a species. We keep searching the sky, still hoping, still listening. We've improved our telescopes. We're analyzing exoplanet atmospheres for signs of artificial chemistry. We're looking for heat signatures from Dyson swarms. We're examining the brightness patterns of distant stars for signs of engineering. The James Webb Space Telescope offers unprecedented power to examine worlds light years away. Maybe we'll find something. Maybe within decades, we'll detect an unmistakable signal. Maybe within centuries, we'll make contact. Or maybe, and this possibility haunts our nights, we never will. Maybe the silence we hear is the sound of a universe where civilizations bloom briefly and fade, where intelligence is rare, where even rare intelligence destroys itself or transcends into invisibility.